Hi Leo, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here and happy New Year. I am doing a read for you for January, the full month, January 2019, and welcome to this beautiful new year. Thank you so much for being here. So what I'm going to do, this will be for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. So if you're not sure what those other signs are, please be sure to check the description box below. There is a link that you can click. If you're new to my channel, once you click the link and you're not sure what your exact time of birth is, please be sure to plug in 12 noon and that will get you all set. Pop out your whole astrological chart and then you'll be ready to go, okay? And you can check out those other signs and see how they resonate with you, okay? So just a little hint, a little tip there, all right? So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 6-card spread here for you. And this will be a general read. Take what resonates. So I hope that there's something here for everyone. If not, just note that energies do transcend. So what I might be talking about now might be something that someone's already experienced, has perhaps yet to experience. So it just transcends. So, check back perhaps a little later as well. But this is going to be, we're going to see what comes up. It is a general read, so we're going to see what bubbles up to the surface. This is different than my bi-weeklies that I do, as you all know, okay? My bi-weeklies usually are just you and that other person, primarily relating to love or some sort of emotional connection, okay? All right, so please continue all your likes, your subscribes, your shares. I so appreciate it. I'm so thankful for you, and it's a beautiful time to start things off anew, and I think that I'm feeling some really great vibes. I am a Leo rising, so I have yet to see what's going to come into play, so this will be good, okay? All right. If you're interested in a personal read, go to theguidedintuitive.com, and guys, please be sure to check out our Facebook page too, okay? Do check that out, as well as our shop that is listed below, okay, in the description box. There is a link for that. Now, what I'm also going to do is pull some good, energy cards in terms of half of this read. So what does Leo need to know in regards to January 2019? What insights will be important? So let's get this out for you as well. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera down and we're going to get going. Okay. All right. So let me just move this a little bit. Okay. So let's get you right on the board here so you can see everything. Okay. Alrighty, here you go. All right, so first things first, this is about where you're at right now. Oh my gosh, wow, you have got to check out Gemini's read. They got this card right at the same spot here. So interesting, that's where they're at right now. So, okay, Leo, so Goddess of Compassion. Now, this is about paying attention to how you're talking to yourself, okay? So really keep that in mind. This is just really talking about that what you say to yourself feeds into your self-worth, right? It feeds into the energy that you are vibing on, okay? And what this card wants to let you know is that your self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth at this time. So note your comments below. If you could talk better to yourself, then this card is here to remind you to please go ahead and do so, because this is going to be important for you, especially within the new year, okay? So very important, because what we say is a vibration to how we're really feeling about ourselves. And what we need to do is flip that script a little bit, and perhaps for every negative comment that you have about yourself, find at least 2 comments that you can flip that over to and try to catch yourself anytime that comes up. Make it a game for yourself, okay? Because you won't receive compassion from others unless you have compassion for yourself. You can't receive love from another unless you have love from yourself, right? So that's what this is saying. You want to attract those vibes, but you got to give it to yourself first, because you won't have anything to be able to offer another in that process. Whether it is a relationship, whether it is a situation at hand, whatever is the case for you that's brought you to my channel, that's what this is talking about. So really, truly keep in mind that compassion is going to be really, really important of turning that in, turning that around and into yourself, okay? Very, 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 very helpful, okay? So now let's take a look at the next card here, and we get, okay, so it looks like something might, Leo, be coming to an end. Now, this is something that perhaps is no longer serves you. And this is, you're getting messages, and it could be something that you're seeing. Maybe it's not being said, but you're understanding that. But it talks about using your third eye and using your third eye insight, okay, as it relates to this. So what is this? God in the underworld. So, okay, so that's what this is letting you know. So do you feel that right now? Is that something that's currently happening for some of you? If so, note your comments below. If you have an inkling that something is about to take place, because this is saying that in your reading today, it's like it's almost as that it's not a physical death, it's rather the death of an outmoded way of thinking, a belief system, or some sort of emotional pattern, Leo, that is restricting you. And what it's doing is it's preventing you from moving forward and on your path to your inspiring future. So what is that for you below? Let's be honest, guys, and be authentic. What is it below that you feel that is holding you back, that you could work on and have some more compassion on for yourself, so that would flip that switch to that self-worth and start bringing that to the rise, okay? What is that for you? Because this is a reminder that needs to change. And this wants you to change because it's all about your greater good, okay? And this is here to help you with that. And that's why this card actually showed up. So on the subconscious level, maybe you learn to, you're learning to get rid of this. So that might be something might be happening. Maybe it's a trait of some sort. Whatever that is in your heart, you know that it's keeping you from being or maybe experiencing all that you can be. Okay, so it's difficult to let go something, and a lot of the times it's because you're familiar with it. That's really the case. That's why a lot of people sometimes stay in relationships too, because they're familiar with it. That's one of the reasons. I'm sure there's many and many different instances, but that is one reason too. So it's difficult to let go of something that's so familiar, but this card is saying that in this instance, it is essential that a part of your life die in order for you to experience the endless possibilities. So this card is saying, Leo, surrender, let go gracefully, and trust, okay? Now, you may feel a little unsettled, perhaps. You may feel a little, Leo, out of balance in the coming days. But this card is to remind you that it's just a natural part of your healing process, because you're going through some sort of healing right now, okay? It's natural. It's not a curse, okay? It's rather a beautiful blessing that has the power to transform your life, Leo, okay? So this card wants to remind you of, remember that death and rebirth are two sides of that same coin. You can't have one without the other. So let go of the old so you can make way for the new for you, okay? And that's what the card wants to remind you of, okay? So now let's go into the next card, and what we're getting here is the Angel of Prayer, okay? So what this is saying to me is that in this process, ask the universe for guidance. Because the universe and is really listening to you. Your source is listening to you, and you just need to ask for that help and ask for guidance. And one of the most beautiful ways to get that is to take a moment through meditation and take a moment for yourself and do that through prayer. Okay, so that's what the card wants to let you know. Okay. So really, really, totally do that for yourself. I mean, you're never alone. And you don't need to tackle or solve everything on your own. There's people around, the universe is around, you're never ever alone to offer you the light. And they're all listening right now at this particular time, but you need to ask for their help and guidance. It doesn't have to be like any sort of formal or structured kind of way in your request. You just may converse with your source. You may converse with, your spirit being. You may have your own language in your own way. But the universal power is your loving friend. And that is key. And the essence of creation responds immediately, Leo, to your request. Now, it's due to the universal law of choice, right? It will not act or intervene unless it's asked to do so. Unless it's, truly, and it's asked. It has to be asked to do so. Okay? And it's what it really wants you to know. So discuss your current issue along with any other fear, or any other concern, self-confidence and the diminishing of that, on that might need to be worked on here, or help in healing on this some sort of ending, because you do have assistance that is on standby for you. Okay? Okay, good to know. Good stuff to know. Now, the next card that we get here in more of the energy cards here is a 7 card, which is extremely spiritual. And what this is talking about is the goddess of the moon. And what this tells me is that, it's kind of, this woman is in the light of the moon, right? And she's experiencing the rays of the moon that are coming through to her. And when I see this, this is just telling me that even though that some things might be hidden, that you might not see everything exactly as it should be, this is saying that it wants you to use your intuition to make your decisions and go within, because this moon is offering you some crystal clear guidance. Okay, it's like a waterfall of intuition and knowing and support that's there for you. Okay, and that is light of inspiration for you. Okay, so receive this light of inspiration and know that it is there, Leo. And it's all about your intuition to understand your soul's point of view. And that's what's necessary right now. Your soul wants to speak, and your soul's point of view wants to emerge and come out, okay? And it comes out through, treating yourself with love and compassion, going through your healing and asking for guidance, whomever or whatever that might be for you. But this is it's a 52 number, which is a 7, and this is saying is that you might have it's like you've got that power of intuition to provide you the information you need on all issues right now, and this is saying this is a good time to use it. Okay, so you might get an urge to do something different in a different way, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's how you talk to yourself, and you might even have a great invention or a novel that you might want to write of some sort. But the call here is that there is significant blossoming of your psychic ability that's happening here, and some sort of mediumship. And it's on a professional level, okay? So you're always blessed with this to connect, but this card is telling you now is the perfect time, Leo, to open up and get ready for some amazing inspiration that this is going to bring, okay? So listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice, and just totally trust, Leo, what it is that you're going to receive from now, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the next card, Indecision. Looks like you got a couple choices, whether it is a relationship, a path, or whatever situation that's coming your way, and you're at a crossroads. And this is quite beautiful. Okay, so what this is telling me is that, obviously, yes, there is a decision that needs to be made, and you're not sure kind of which way that you should be going in, right? But this is saying is that first of all, it's good to have a choice, right? It shows that you're looking at, two opportunities, which is wonderful. But you're also now looking at, well, which one is going to be a better choice for me, right? Which one is going to really, stand clear and be the proper choice? And the thing here is saying is that if you're feeling confused and having some up and down emotions in your present situation, this is saying that you want to maybe spend some days and months. How do I want to say this? You really just want to go within and stand still for a moment. Otherwise, you'll spend days and months in this indecision, and that's not going to help you. So what this wants to let you do, it's let go to the analysis of it. Because the analysis is going to keep you stuck. Okay? And that self-doubt, just like over here, that's going to keep you stuck. So what you want to do is meditate. Meditate on your options and see where spirit wants to guide you. Okay, and ask for spirit to guide you because they're present right now, as we just talked about. Okay, so consider which direction resonates with you most. Okay, and that is also energetically. See if you choose one path, is it a little bit more constrained? Is it tightened? Do you feel a little that it's not as expansive as the other? And maybe the other one is a little bit more expansive. It's a little bit more peaceful. It's a little bit more calming. You're going to know which one energetically speaks to you. And I always say, by the way the energy moves in your body. That's how I believe it to be true. Now, you have your own choice to make, but this is saying to follow your heart and make the most honoring choice. Consider which one resonates with you, with you, both in process and in goal and through energy. And then determine which is going to be best for you and just follow your heart, really, quite frankly. Let yourself move forward with purpose and in your personal power, because all you need to do is have the courage to trust your own intuition in this process. Okay, so really focus, okay, and let go of all that analysis and self-doubt, and really meditate on this and do the prayer, whatever that looks like for you, and tapping in your intuition. You're going to make the right choice. There's no doubt about it. You've got the resources available to you. This is an 8, so as above as below, and you can use the resources from above and then also the material plane as well to make that choice that's going to best resonate for you, Leo. Okay, now the overall outcome here, we've got the thinking woman, and this is interesting because it runs from an 8 and this goes into an 11 card, and that's a master number. It could be 2 people. Maybe you're thinking about making a choice, perhaps in a relationship, Leo, or perhaps on a spiritual level on what's going to be the path for you professionally, or whatever situation is at hand, the direction of where you want your life to go. Okay, so take a look at this. How interesting is this? Wow. So take a look. It's a 47 card, and it talks about the thinking woman. And this is really just about here, really just kind of going, using your feminine intuition. The divine, the female energy within you. And whether you're male or female, you have it in you, okay? So it's all about, what's going to lead you into your higher understanding, right? It's a woman, she's holding a book and she's standing like at this staircase ready to lead into this higher understanding. Now, this could be a friend, Leo, that could help you out. That could be very much the case. So keep your eyes open for that. That can help you understand your feelings, or you can express this to, and maybe it's a teacher, and to help you take that new direction. But that's what this is calling out on. So it could be also, as I just mentioned, a new love interest, with a woman who is thoughtful, who is conscious and aware, or a man. So again, sex is neutral. Someone who's thoughtful, conscious, and aware. And or like the thinking man, the card can represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and really bring a lot of clarity and a lot of assistance into the world. So if you find your voice, and you move on from this to make even, create even better and have more compassion and love for yourself, your wisdom is going to shine. Okay? So really, that's what the card wants to remind you of. Remember that your own spirit is always your best guide. Trust your intuition, and that trust about what you need to learn, or in order to move on. whatever that is. Okay, so look within and open up your inner guidance. Okay, so what advice can we have in this process as you go through this, Leo? What's going to really help you? We're going to pull on the vibe cards and see what they say. What do you need? It's going to help you through this process. Expecting the best. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, use that creativity inside you. And this is saying to truly expect the best. This is a 3 card, so that's why I point out, creativity. Brings out, comes down to like a 31 card. 21 reduces to a 3, which is a 3 card. So what this tells me is that this is saying is that you're being advised by your higher self and your guides to start each day expecting the best, okay? It's the universe doesn't tolerate a vacuum, so it's going to seek to feel what you're going to want to expect from it. So if it's negative, it's not going to come through on what you want. Again, you want to really focus on expecting the best. If you expect struggle, you're going to attract struggle, right? If you expect guidance, synchronicity, and gifts, you're going to attract all of that as well. So you're just being advised to really shift, your energy into expecting the best, right? And have that positive expectation, which is like a magnet, okay? And it attracts all that you need, Leo, when you need it. It creates that powerful vibration that can be felt by your guides and really, really help you. So take that risk, expect the good vibes, and just know that they're going to show up. Okay, just know that. Okay, what else do we need to know that can maybe help you through this process? Be generous. Oh, this is beautiful. Be generous. And Leo, you probably are doing this right now. You know best. So note your comments below. What are you doing? Note your comments below to be generous. I'd like to know. So this is going to be key, because the more generous you are, the more generosity that you receive, right? So right now you're being guided to elevate your vibration for being generous. Give of yourself rather than remaining fearful and refusing to share with others. Really give to yourself. And that's about living freely with no strings attached. No secret agenda at all. No unspoken expectation of, now you owe me, right? That's not it, okay? Being generous is all about leaving yourself focusing more fully on those around you, and give whatever you feel comfortable in giving, okay? The more authentic and more generous that you are, obviously the more just the more that you link with that eternal abundance in this beautiful web of life. All right. Never mind what others can or will give to you. This is just saying it's your turn to share and to do some giving. Oh, this is so beautiful. Yay. All right, so let's go ahead and get some rude cards and find out what it is that you need to know but might not want to hear. Okay, so let's go into that. This will be fun, and this will be our last bit of advice to help. So here we go. Here it is. Okay. Shame, regret, and guilt are just a load of you-know-what. Okay, so that's what this is basically saying to you. This wants you to, whatever it is that's going on here, to forgive. Let it go, okay? Let that you-know-what go. Just let it all go. Just forgive. So that's what this card wants to remind you of. Shame, regret, and guilt are just a load of, whatever. Okay? You fill in the blank, all right? All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card that might be able to help you through this process. Make better choices, okay? So perhaps, in terms of talking to yourself, this is one of them. Eliminating, diminishing self-criticism, and then focusing on the positive self-worth there, right? So, if you are not happy where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Wow, this is crazy. This is really good advice. Wow. So let me know if it resonates with you, Leo, in some way, shape, or form. I'd like to know. Wow, very cool. So I look forward to seeing you in the month of February. Again, Happy New Year, and I will see you in February. And until then, namaste.